since I've filmed last. Yeah, I kept thinking about doing it and then it just didn't happen, and I'm just so hypercritical of myself and just seeing myself, and so I think I was just avoiding. But I just love being able to do this, first off, for myself, and being able to document me just being more me and finally starting to live my life for me, and also being able to be a voice of some sort for maybe those that are also looking to find their voice. And so, here I am again, part 3 of, I'm sure, a many-part journey. So, much has happened since we last spoke. Also, I'm here on the ground because I love being on the ground. I feel much more comfortable here than I do in a chair. I get to move around, stretch. I hate being in one position for too long, so being on the floor helps make that very possible. So just set up my little blanket, have a little picnic chat. So yeah. Something I wanted to talk about was something that I've done since we spoke was picked up a binder from Skipping Stone. And Skipping Stone is an amazing, amazing organization that helps connect trans youth, trans adults, trans families, and is just basically the hub of all resources, and I cannot praise them enough for the work that they do. I reached out recently and I had an intake conversation over internet, over Zoom, with an amazing team member, and I just felt so seen and respected, and it was a bit of a sigh of relief because I do have an amazing support system, but it's nice to be able to speak with individuals that like completely understand what I'm going through, and we have shared experiences, and that's very invaluable to your journey. So I'm very happy about that. And so yeah, I am getting top surgery, but I just more and more have been realizing how uncomfortable and dysphoric I feel in my body sometimes. And before speaking with this individual from Skipping Stone, I had kind of dismissed the idea of binding because I had a lot of misunderstanding myself about safe binding practices. I kind of had this idea in my head that it wasn't good for your body, and yeah, long-term negative effects. And what I didn't realize, and have since corrected these false beliefs, is that binding has come a long way. It can be a very non-issue as long as you have the right sizing. And there are so many great companies that are making products and binders specifically for trans people in mind, and so you know you're in good hands. And it's just, yeah, crazy how many beliefs that we hold in our own body that go against what we do believe is just kind of societal stuff that we end up taking with us. And so that was a very eye-opening moment for me. And I really love my binder. It's not like I'm excited to not have to wear it and to just have a flat chest just as I am. But I am very grateful for this binder in the meantime, because it just helps me kind of visualize and have a little less discomfort and anxiety around my body, and that's invaluable. And yeah, binders are an amazing tool, and people throw out there, oh, like, not good for your body, but also body dysphoria can be life-threatening. So people have to take that in mind too. Plus, binders have come a long way, so very, very cool. Wearing a binder has been so nice, and it's a nice little preview to the body that feels right for me. I have an amazing special event that I'm going to be a part of next year, which I am out of my mind excited for, and I'll be able to wear a cute little suit for that, and I'm going to be able to wear all the clothes that I want, have the flat chest, not have to worry about things not feeling or looking how I want them to. So, oh, it's so good. So good. Oh. Also, I am over the moon excited, and all of the emotions all at once. Top surgery is no longer happening in the fall as I once thought it would be. It is happening June 22nd of this year, which is crazy. My emotional atmosphere is all over the map. Been having panic attacks a couple of times recently. My body is freaking out, and don't get me wrong, I am so excited, but it's a hell of a lot to process, and it seems too far away, so close, everything. But yeah, so excited. So yeah, many things to pull together. I am so grateful. I have most things figured out. Flights have been a little bit of a nuisance. I booked my flights, and then I 100% realize this is a crazy situation, crazy year, so many things out of everyone's control, but it's definitely been causing me a bit of stress trying to make sure that I can get down to San Francisco in June for top surgery. It looks good right now, but yeah, booked flights, they got changed to an ungodly hour in the morning, so I went to go change it, but then another flight got canceled, and but I have flights at the moment, and even if it gets changed or canceled again, I know I'll figure it out. If nothing else works out, I can always drive there. There's options, so I have to keep reminding myself that everything is going to work out. But yeah, crazy. But yeah, a lot is figured out, but so many things also to figure out. I can get a rapid COVID test at the airport before I fly out, which is fantastic. Super easy, and as long as I have that negative COVID test, I can board the plane. Huzzah. We'd love to see it. I have my accommodations figured out down in California, which is amazing. Major props and gratitude to one of my friends for opening up their home for me and helping me figure out how I'm going to be comfortable post-op. I need to sleep in a recliner, so we're trying to figure out that. And she's just been, so good to me. So that feels amazing. I also have been thinking a lot about hormones and how that can help with the body dysphoria, and I love all the tools that we have at our disposal. Well, it makes me so mad thinking about hateful and ignorant people trying to ban people's access to the healthcare, the hormones, the everything that they need, which is all life-saving stuff. So that makes me just feel helpless and angry, and please keep this conversation going. And if you're in the States and you have representatives, call them, try to help people just have basic human needs met. But I'm so excited, nervous, again, with all of this, it's been like a bit of a landslide of emotions, but I think it's a cool option that I'm considering. I feel very dysphoric about how high my voice is sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit of a cartoon character and not the look I'm going for. Except I can do a mean Stitch from Lilo and Stitch voice, and I do not hate that. Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. I'm gonna keep that one. But yeah, I feel very dysphoric about that. I am non-binary, but my gender expression is definitely a little bit more masculine. That vibe just makes me happy, and hormones can and would definitely help with that. So something I'm thinking about. And what's awesome is that I have access to all the information, all the healthcare providers that I need through Skipping Stone, as well as my family doctor, who is just an amazing person, and how everyone should be, I think. Panic attacks! Crazy. Yeah, I've been having these, they're not out of control, but it's definitely the panic attacks are at night. I have a really hard time breathing. I have to really focus on having deep breaths. My chest is going. My heart is beating way too fast. It's a lot. I'm really happy that I have an amazing psychologist that I can talk to about it, as well as people at Skipping Stone. So that's super great. It is a little bit exhausting and just blah. But I'm really trying to focus on staying with my body, connecting with my body, grounding into my body, which can be hard when you have some body dysphoria. But grounding into my body and just, it's cheesy, but just staying in the moment and trying to keep this wild noggin of mine from spinning around between past, present, future, worries, anxieties, everything, just really trying to be here. And that's been really helpful. It's also been really hard, but life can be hard, which is why having a support system is so helpful and life-saving. But yeah, I just feel like I'm feeling every emotion, which is not how I've let myself be growing up. I always like to be happy and bubbly and smiley and helpful, and just stuffed everything else inside because I was ashamed of it, scared of it, overwhelmed by it. And now I'm like finally letting myself feel these things, and I'm like, this is gross. But also, the only way to get through it is to go through it. You have to let yourself feel it, or else the feelings just keep coming back. So you have to let yourself feel it, make sure you're in a safe space, make sure you have people to talk to that are going to love and respect you. So important. Yeah, it's been hard during these times because we have to keep people safe, we have to stay separate. But just what I know so many people are craving is closeness and connection, and just having someone like physically there beside you, and that's just not possible a whole lot of the time. So that's definitely been weighing on me. Yeah, but I have an excellent new job working at this amazing local business that has a plant shop as well as a landscaping company, and I'm mainly I've done a little bit of shop work, which has been so fun. It's encouraged and supported, which can be positive and negative, but my love of plants, so I'm surrounded by plants and I spend way too much money on plants, but it's so fun, and it makes me feel more at home in my space, which is hella important. I've been mainly starting to do more landscaping, which has been super fun. I always feel good when I'm like moving my body, being active, especially being outside, fresh air, working with a team that is just super fun, super inclusive, excited to get to know everybody more. So yeah, excellent situation. They've been super understanding about my surgery happening sooner and being really happy for me and making it work that I can still work with them. So very, very grateful. Also, these are my favorite socks. They have dinosaurs on them. This particular foot has a little Brontosaurus on them, and I think they're super cute. And this foot sock has Tyrannosaurus Rexes on them, which I love. Fierce. But yeah, they're my favorite pair of socks, made by Friday Sock Company. I love them because they have a theme, but they're mismatched, which I love. In other news, I am learning a lot about my hair. I love my hair, but it's definitely been a journey. I had no idea how to style it, still figuring it out, but I feel like we're on the right track, which is super fun. I've learned about the importance of products and blow drying like this way and that way and this way and that way to get some volume, which is what I'm going for. I don't want the slicked back, gel combed back look. Not what we love, not what I love. And so super fun and a good experience for me to be patient with myself as I learn, because we are not an expert when we first start doing something, which is what I have to remind myself of on the daily. But anyways, thank you very much for tuning in, hanging out with me, chatting with me. The space is really cool, and I'm excited to continue talking, listening, making videos, exploring, being vulnerable. It's real cool. So yeah, thanks for being here and chilling. I hope you're having an excellent day. If you're feeling feelings, keep on feeling them. Make sure you're safe. Reach out. Keep trucking through them. You're not going to feel like that forever, I promise. It's going to pass. And yeah, it's going to get better, I promise. This is an amazing piece of art that one of my best friends made for me. Everything's going to be okay. And yeah, this is just a reminder that no matter what you're feeling right now, I promise everything's going to be okay. Love you lots.